Leral is playing France. Hartless, I have not. I'm not too sure what Hartless is playing as. Leral is taking 2 3-pounders, of course. Fusiliers. And we have a mix of special French infantry here from different nations. Italian, Hibernia, Swiss, and
Ireland.
Ireland.
Then some more Swiss. Then Franco-Italian.
Young Guard.
Hibernia might be Ireland as well.
Young Guard, Polonaise, Swiss. Big mishmash of everything here. For light cav, we have dragoons. Or no, that's heavy cav. Wait. No,
no, it's medium cav technically.
Is dragoons or medium cav?
Yep. There's 2 heavy calves, the Cheval de la Villegarde. And we started.
Nope. Young Guard are skirmished with the Portuguese Legion here.
And Prussia have bought Gerard von Schonhorst.
Yes. Alright. Lyra brought Napoleon, looks like. He's still building his army here, moving it around. Mamluks. Field the Guard, Grenadier Cav, and Dragoons. Pretty sure. I thought Dragoons were heavy cav, though.
No, they don't class as heavy cav because they don't have the Inspire or Frighten.
I've started, by the way. Alright. Looks like Leral is moving up his Mamluks here. Just getting them out. Quick. I'm going to assume... Wait, you said Prussia, right? Yeah. So.
2 3-pounder foot artilleries.
France first. France versus Prussia. Leral keeping his general in the rear. Maybe he forgot about him a little bit. Not too sure. Probably not. Looks like. So I don't know how we're going to count the points. Are we going to count them with the new scoring system? Or are we doing the old scoring system from before?
This game was played during the old scoring system, so I imagine that the table will be updated based on the old scoring system.
Napoleon moving up now. Getting those Mamluks out. Doing some early scouting. Looks like Hartless just ran his horses up or something because they're now unhidden. This might be a bug.
Yeah, they're walking apparently. That's weird.
This might be one of the line of sight bugs on some of the maps, but I don't know. Looks like Ulahans.
Actually, yeah, I think that might explain why sometimes units just suddenly appear when they were previously sniping the 4-pointer.
I wonder what the play is going to be here. Something similar to when he was playing against Roland, it seems. Because you can see Hartless is moving a majority of his... Looks like, anyways, a majority of his infantry on that left, on that bottom area. Like what Roland did, going all the way around like that.
Yep. There's a chance he's doing that, yeah. Yeah. Because his general is over towards the left, I suppose. Mm-hmm. But then it could be a double bluff.
Could be. Could be a double bluff.
But we have seen it walk through a reasonable amount of infantry, so he must have infantry there in some form. Yeah, he's just doing the line on the hill behind the town.
France is pretty much just screening with its cav right now, or Lyral's screening with his cav, and making sure that there's no surprise cav here off to Leral's right side.
Well, here's all the infantry appearing.
There it is.
Five units, yeah.
It's a 3-pounder, so it looks like Hartless decided to take 3-pounders instead of the 6-pounder approach.
I would say we've seen the 3-pounder approach more frequently. I think it was only Voland and Grisha have taken 6-pounders at any point, and Voland's was a horse artillery one, which is pretty unusual.
Yeah. I mean, it did look like a good strategy from Roland that game, like having that having that quick horse artillery 6-pounder get up close and start lobbing rounds and very possibly destroying those 3-pounders on that hill, as we recall, right? Like,
yeah,
that would have been.
He was just unlucky he overran it in points, because I think it didn't actually break because of being shot. It broke because it was tired. So he was unlucky.
Yeah.
Actually, there's quite a lot of units in the forest here. You can see there's Jaegers, but if you zoom in, you can hear quite a lot. And that looks like a cannon.
Yeah, 3-pounder. Pre-firing somewhere. Those landwehr. I think Hartless is unaware that these guys are not hidden. Hitting those Mamluks there. A lot of morale damage here, just from these cannon shots. Only killed one guy and they're already like concerned, you know.
He's pulling them back.
Although I don't know if this is a very great approach, holding back as this is. This allows Leral to like literally advance even further. Unless Hartless is going around here and just completely not even going forward, you know?
Based on where he's put the cannons, it might be that he's going round the side.
Yeah, I think so.
But it's too early to say, and it'd be a bit risky for Leral to gamble on it. I mean, what Leral's doing is a tad risky, marching a unit straight through a forest.
I mean, yeah. Well, there
Hartless
is.
could have a unit hidden though.
Prussia can have units in like advanced positions.
No, I mean, they would have been able to walk all the way from the deployment zone to there by now.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Because if you look at the French cav, it's got all the way over this side of the map, so it's equally possible Prussia units already there.
But those Mamluks would have probably have spotted them already by now.
Not if they're in the forest.
These cannon shots just lobbing, hitting these guys that are just marching up right now. I'd say hitting multiple. Wait a second. No one's taking on any losses. Oh, except for these Mamluks. That's about it. Infantry hasn't taken anything. Leral's now setting up the 3-pounders. Counter battery. We're going to try and hit these guys further out, but I don't think that's going to work. Yeah, so basically he's just shooting as close as his arc can and hopefully just bounce the balls into the artillery. I think that's what Hartless is doing too, but I think he's more so engaging this Portuguese Legion.
Because the Battalion de Legion Portuguese, I think, is one of the other line infantry units that is able to use the light infantry tactic, along with the Young Guard. You can see them doing it here.
Stakes in front of the 3-pounders, but I think these 3-pounders are going to hit the friendlies here.
You might be hoping to get the stakes and then run away, but you might want to run away faster. No, that looks fine.
No, it's fine. Okay, so far, opening moves, not too bad, but I think Hartless has a slight advantage here, having both of his artillery pieces here on his right flank here. He'll be able to easily outgun the single 3-pounder here. I think these landwehr are gonna retreat now. They're wavering.
Yeah, they're gonna rout. Well, yeah, they should be losing. Yeah, they are. I mean, they are Lancer cavalry, I believe, so they can't really do very much against normal cav, and they've completely gone.
So far, this is very how do you say? A slow, really slow gameplay. We don't have any major engagements yet, except for one cav unit that died in the north. And right now, all Leral can do is pretty much just keep marching forward or continuously trade shots back and forth with the 3-pounders.
This isn't really the greatest angle for hitting, though. I mean, he can maybe hit that one, but the other one's probably in an awkward position.
Oh, here we go. Starting to appear now. As I start talking.
You can actually see the stakes there already, so.
Yep, I can see that. He pre-planted stakes there in the event of a possible cav flank here into the forest.
I'm surprised he hasn't put them in front of his cannons, though.
Well, what do you mean, his cannons in front of the stakes, or the stakes in front of the
Or
cannons?
the stakes in front of the cannons, because he's put them off to one side, which is
yeah.
not the best
I
position.
mean, it's still not a bad thing technically. I mean, if there is a cav charge here, or the cav try to go around and try to go through force, might not see the stakes, get popped by the stakes. Stakes only cover so much ground too, so you can only put artillery so close, and if the artillery's too close, then there's like a higher concentration of it, then you're not as spread out, then you're not getting as much infantry kills if they get close. So
it's a trade-off. Yeah.
Hartless's our cannons right now are kind of concentrated in the center here. Just continuously lobbing rounds downrange here in the event of hitting something, but I don't think they're really hitting anything.
You can see actually on the Leral's right, he's actually starting to push round the town. Maybe going for the 4-pointer potentially, because Hartless is quite a bit over there.
Yeah, Hartless is all concentrated here on this left, or sorry, on his right, but on Leral's left, right? So, yeah, Leral's just gonna start moving. I think all of his units here from this right flank in the events of getting Heartless to try and move maybe more units to the left, but I'm assuming Heartless does have leftover units here on the left, protecting these cannons in case of a cav counter attack.
Yeah, I'd say there's probably a couple units to the left. Not a huge number though, looking at this. Oh, actually, look, cav. At the back. Behind Leral. Going for the general and the artillery.
Nice. That cav snuck all the way around, and it's gonna get this 3-pounder, and it might get the other 3-pounder. Oh my god!
Actually, it could break first. I think it might break first.
Wavering. Oh, that's a long charge. That was a long charge to do.
Oh, but yeah, that's quite possibly wiped them out. Oh, it's gonna be a close one thing.
Yep.
Yep, there's the cannons gone.
Try and run them through the stakes here. Get the other cannons. Oh my god. Wow.
Ouch.
That was really good. That was really good on Heartless right there. That was really good.
Leral is not a happy bunny.
No. Holy crap. Even if he doesn't get the cavalry out, like this will be
still worth
like
it, yeah.
an immediate. Oh yeah, immediate success. Like he loses his best light cav.
They're gone, but yeah, that was definitely worth it.
He loses his best light cav, but he took out literally both of Leral's cannons in one go. Now Leral has 0 cannon support. And speaking of cannon support, looks like Heartless is moving up his 3-pounder here.
Oh yeah, and you can see he does have some of his army to the left of that cannon.
Yep.
You can actually the French now are doing the same kind of thing with a cav unit in the forest, walking hidden.
Hartless is definitely happy right now. With his win here, this
Heartless is
camping.
definitely congratulating himself as we speak. Well, not literally as we speak, but as we speak if this was live.
Yes.
Maybe opening the champagne.
Oh my god.
Oh, here's some light infantry. Just
Yeah.
firing, or Jaegers.
Okay, so those Mamluks are now not hidden. Okay, they are hidden now. They are now hidden, re-hidden, I think. But they showed up a little bit there for a few seconds. So Heartless may or may not have seen them.
I mean, just getting a red mark on the map, or blue mark in this case. Actually, I think.
Or it'd be a
red,
red mark
yeah.
for.
Just for a second is sometimes enough for you to notice.
All right, looks like Leral's ordering a full retreat back.
Yeah, you can see he's marching, so he's on the hill basically, because that gives him the terrain advantage. You can see where he's marching to. It means that he's shooting across a hill, forcing any sort of charge to be uphill. Good idea. Oh, actually, charge! There's a charge potentially on the
Yeah,
cannons.
well, Heartless might be losing these 3-pounders very quickly here.
Oh, actually, oh yeah, bye.
Morale might be dead though. Oh, very
that was
lucky.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
very lucky. That was so close. If they were heavy cav, like Villigard, it would have definitely went. And I think he might be trying a second charge here. Second attempt. Yes, second attempt. Here we go.
You can see he's running. Oh dear. Ouch.
He's going for a second attempt now. Yeah, I think he's going to get the cannons this time. He's going to get the cannons. Oh, completely shattered. Oh my god, he got the cannons. Damn, that was good. That's
absolutely destroyed them. Yeah.
He got the cannons immediately as it begins to rout. Damn. Alright. Well,
I think sometimes if you charge limbered artillery, it's the same as if you shoot it, it just will completely go.
Only came back again for a third time. Are they gonna charge again? They're gonna charge the skirmishers. Maybe. Nah.
Hartless must be pretty annoyed at this point.
Yeah. But he still has one cannon left, so it's not all that bad.
Here's Leral's cav in the back. Leral's cav in the back is starting to make an appearance.
Yep.
Still hidden.
Still hidden. Ah, they're the cuirassiers. What do you think about this strat here that Heartless is doing with the long lines, very spread out? I mean, he'll get more kills, but he'll be taking more damage, right?
It depends on what he's going for. It's quite effective if you've got reasonable morale, because or reasonable shooting stats as well. But if you have low shooting stats, then it's sometimes a good idea to actually have fairly deep lines, because you're going to rely on a charge at some point, and charges are more effective if you've got like narrower lines, like width instead of depth.
So if you have the best shooting, it's better to take thinner lines. And if you have kind of not so good shooty stats, maybe it's best to just keep them thick or thin.
And of course, it can sometimes be confusing for your opponent, because if you look at this, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10 units of French there, and you've got like 8 of the Prussians taking up roughly the same amount of space, maybe 6 if you don't count the reserves. So it means that you can potentially look like you're sort of roughly evenly matched when you're not, and then march the spare units around the side.
Looks like Leral is giving up the town hall. Or no, now he's putting them back in for some reason. Or he's putting in a different unit. Putting in a Fusiliers.
I like the lack of animation for going up the steps. They're just disappearing as they hit the front of the house.
Okay, so it's all coming together now. So it's going to be another engagement again. And whoever takes the most losses is going to be hurting. And right now, Leral has no reserves. And Hartless has he has pretty thin lines here, so he's going to be able to get more shots off.
Yeah, you can see a cav unit as well across the edge, yeah. No, that does appear to be the only unit of cav currently visible. He does have his general. So there's a chance that Heartless does have a reasonable amount of cav hidden in forests. Potentially. Unless he's only bought, what, 2 units, is it? 3 units.
I only see one Cuirassiers. He's lost 2 light cav.
Yep.
So he has at least one other Cuirassier somewhere.
Unless he hasn't brought heavy cav. I'm sure there's another battle where there's only like 1 unit of heavy cav. I think it was Pusha who did that.
So you think
well.
he only has the 1 unit of heavy cav?
Mate. You can also see that you got the French cav still placed behind Heartless's line. You can see that Heartless has done a square behind his general. He presumably suspects something in the forest. Or it's just a safety strategy.
I mean, it's good to think about, definitely, in case there's a cav charge off to your right, which could happen.
You can see he's pushing the town now as well.
Very calculated decision making here from Heartless.
Yeah.
It's moving up, keeping things protected, having his reserves in the rear to sub out.
Of course, the downside to reserves is the number of shots that can go over the head of your front line and just hit them, so he has to be careful of that.
Yeah, he just has to keep his reserves back a little bit. Sooner he gets those 3-pounders deployed and start wailing on the enemy infantry here, the better. Those Mamluks are still sitting in the rear, not doing much.
Yeah, I think they're more for latter stages of the battle when units start to spread out and there's maybe going to be a unit of, artillery or the general will be unprotected for a short amount of time, then you can just come storming up the trees and hit them.
Heartless loses the skirmish engagement. But his cannons are set up now, or one of them's bugged in the infantry, so he's got to kind of move that a little. Which he is doing. Missed. Maybe another volley to try and hit that.
The overhead view of this battle is actually fairly interesting. You can see the 2 differing approaches, which is Leral's gone for just the one big straight line of relatively deep men, whereas Heartless has gone for 2 lines of stretched thinner.
Yeah. And that might be the key to victory here. Having reserves and just being able to shoot more than your opponent is also good. But then again, you're gonna run into problems, especially if if your lines are too thin because of a cav charge or something. Unless they square in time. Oh my. Those Mamluks. They're gonna try and get the 3-pounder here.
They need to square.
I don't think they're gonna...
Oh.
Oh.
Why didn't they square, I wonder?
Well, he saved the cannons. That's good.
Yeah.
He lost a couple infantry, but it's okay. And those guys are going to be firing overhead. And I think they just might have wounded one of the horses.
Yeah. Oof. I mean, I'm not sure how much of an engagement these line have had, but they have lost between the 2 of them around about 60 men. I imagine it wasn't all that charge, though. Oh, There's also some casualties over here. I think that might be the Jaegers. Because you can actually see a reasonable number of, dead men around there. So that's probably from earlier in the charge. And then you got some cav gone.
That was... I'm gonna have to say that was another risky attempt there with Leral to try and get that last 3-pounder. But it didn't work out.
What's probably even worse for him, as you'll see, is that the limbers didn't run away, so he didn't actually even touch the infantry or the artillery, because the limbers are still there.
Well, he did touch it actually, though. If you take a look, a couple losses there, but nothing substantial to cause anything problem.
Interesting.
Morale damage here on the left side with these musketeers just outside the city.
And you haven't lost a single
Right,
man,
enemy
so
unit.
it must be a...
Young Guard. And that's the power of elites. You have an elite there, it just scares other people.
Yeah, you got the unit.
They don't like it.
Surprised he hasn't actually put the Young Guard in the house. Because sometimes that can be a good idea, because they got high morale and generally slightly better in melee. And it also means they're not going to end up in line battle where they could actually break. So it might have been an idea to put them in there.
Yeah, that would be a good idea, and that would definitely keep, if you have no elites supporting infantry here, definitely would keep people back, taking this area, taking the house around it, whatever the house is.
Because he has put a Fusilier unit in the house instead.
That might be the play, though. I mean, if you do put the Young Guard in there, then that's going to tie up the Young Guard to that area, so they can only inspire in that area instead of off on the right flank, which they might be needed to counter this Russian push. We're like 40 minutes into this, and we're I think a little less than 40 minutes. How much time we got left? I can't see the bottom here. I'm in windowed mode. Michael?
I think 22 minutes remaining.
Okay, so 22 minutes remaining here, and no big engagements yet. No massive engagements. We might have a melee engagement here. Musketeer battalions moving in now very quickly.
Hidden by the house.
Unless they're just getting, they're gonna do some crossfire stuff. I think try and get two.
This could be
groups.
good. Let's see.
Yep.
They appear to have actually.
It's gonna rotate that Young Guard around. Cav now moving in.
Killed a whopping 5 men.
Leral's moving the Young Guard back though. Might see a cav charge on this musketeer battalion.
Yeah. Because he kind of actually has to walk it out into the opening round for it to form square. That's the problem for him.
Oh, damn. Leral's gonna lose. Or sorry, Hartless is gonna lose this musketeer battalion, I
Yeah,
think.
you can see. Unless he squares now. No, it's broken.
That was risky. Risky play. But sometimes you just gotta take risks to win the day, as they say.
That cav unit is also still parked behind Hartless's lines.
Yep. I think Leral might have forgotten about them. Well, maybe not forgotten, but just not worried about them right now.
There isn't really any options available, because the artillery has got a unit behind it that can square, and the general can just run away. So it's probably not worth removing the surprise currently. Maybe wait for a better opportunity.
Pretty good volleys here. coming back and forth here. Like, you can just see all the impacts on the ground. So far, I'm going to say... I want to say Prussia's losing the gunfight. Just because of the amount of losses they've taken.
Yeah.
Now he's moving up another musketeer battalion here in the center. Now he's sticking with his
Hartless
line.
does have to be aware that he has got the Young Guard on the front line, and they're probably too valuable for that. Because they've already lost, what, 35 men now.
Not a whole lot of action going on over here on the right side, or on Hartless's right side.
Yeah, that's just a waiting game. You can see some light skirmishing, which is removing a couple of men, but not a huge amount. Some units are looking a bit wavery over here, though.
Yeah, the French ones. Now looks like Leral is pulling them back a bit.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Yeah, he's taking too
He's
many
also
losses.
shuffling a unit over from his left, the Franco-Italian one. Use the Prussian cav. Oh, look! French got a charge in from behind, from the forest.
Oh my god. Well, yeah, he moved those Mamluks up.
He must have gone all the way around, though.
I didn't get the instance of that charge, sadly.
I got it, and only just.
Damn. Alright. Now it's time for Hartless to move in. He's gotta start attacking now, because he can't sit here.
I'm just going over to see whether or not that's the same unit of cavalry when I saw the charge, but you can see that actually Leral seems to have waited for Hartless's cuirassiers to make their way over to his left flank before doing that charge, because that was one of the things that was protecting the artillery, the cuirassiers, and they're now over on the left.
Yeah. So while Hartless was doing some micro over here, Leral was doing some micro over here. This Cav.
And
got that.
Leral's micro is more
Pretty good.
effective, basically.
Alright, here we go. The main engagement now. I'm gonna say the French get the first volley.
It's usually the unit that's already standing still will get the volley in. But he is actually advancing, which does negate that, potentially. It's going to be probably roughly similar timings.
Yeah.
Maybe slightly in the Prussians' favour. I'm not sure they're even in range.
One of them is readjusting those lines again.
Yeah, Leral's trying to
And then French
force
volley off.
Hartless to advance into him so he gets the first volley. He does have to be careful of his general, though.
Yeah. Well, his general's in actually a pretty good spot right now. I mean, yes, the overhead fire is definitely not a good thing. He should probably move it back just a slight bit.
You can also dismount your general, but that can be risky.
Yeah.
But he's got, yeah.
Right now he's being...
If we look actually at the general, I think we can tell which one he is. I believe he's the one who doesn't have the white bit on his hat.
Oh, the one without the...
Yeah, the one that's
without
just
the
got a
funny
black hat
floppy
on it.
thing.
Yeah. It's also a slightly different shape. It's not a tricon. Yeah, he's pulling it back. That's probably a good idea. That's 7 horses down, simply from being there.
Cow, there was a cav engagement here on the left side. those dragoons tried to engage the musketeer battalion, but I think the musketeer battalion's winning here. Yep, dragoons are going to be driven out. Left advancement push here from Hartless. I think Hartless is going to win this left side engagement. He's got more men, I think. Actually, I'd say about even.
You can see that the French centre on the
punch.
French's right is starting to go
Yeah.
from the orange, but then again, Prussia's
French morale
far
on the right is
left.
General. I mean, that general's taken a lot of hits.
Yeah, he's down 21 men there.
Leral moved his cav back from the left side. He's pulled it back around behind his army.
Yeah.
Might be a good time right now to like get that far unit right there out of square. Have it firing. Oh, Young Guard, or sorry, the Portuguese are retreating. And
That does leave an opportunity for Hartless to try and ram through there.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Maybe advance
right
a bit.
Or cut them off from the center.
Yeah.
But Hartless is acting enough. Now there's a general fallback here.
From both sides.
Left side, because they were gun battle.
Both sides are actually falling back, interestingly.
Yeah, actually.
Well, actually, for some reason Leo's pulled back some and then just stuck free further forward.
We're just gonna stomp and maybe get a shot off. Volley. Leral's not paying attention to this. This is gonna hurt. Still marching here. They haven't stopped the marching. Very good tactic there from Hartless. Oh, now Leral's gonna charge.
And Hartless is going to run
Yeah,
away,
he's gonna
which is
run
always
away.
a good idea.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Then even they got in the first engagement. Okay. And he's gonna pull back here and then probably try and tie these guys up. If I were Hartless, or if I were Leral right now, I'd move these guys out of there. Not even bother chasing them down. Those guys are gonna leave now.
Oh, they've broken here.
This one's gonna follow soon after him.
That was an interesting choice by Leo to push there. For some reason though, Hartless has dropped all the way back on his left. Not entirely sure why. And he's just left one unit not to drop back.
Right now, Hartless has got a pretty good advantage. Those infantry on the right side came back. Hartless needs to react quick and seize this opportunity to.
Because he
cut
has
these guys
got a
off.
potential flank he could do. Just because he's got, what, 4 units outside of the French. If he potentially gone in and tried to finish off the 3 units that had routed a minute ago, he might have potentially been able to get rid of them. And there's now a melee in the house.
Hartless did not react quick enough to cut these guys off. Oh wait, now he's acting now.
Oh, and I believe Prussia might be about to get the house as well.
I guess Hartless decided to not go after the 3 Italians. That would have been a pretty good idea, though, to actually go after them.
I mean, I don't think if he needs to currently, because it does look like he's potentially able to potentially take the middle house. In which case he'd technically be winning a bit.
It would be a risky play for him to do that, just to cut these units off from regrouping. But as you said, he doesn't need to, but it would be a good idea to do it, because that gives you a few Italian meddling.
Well, he might be about to lose the house.
Yep.
Yeah.
Leral lost the house. So now technically, I believe
Hartless is winning it. Oh, and he's running a calf unit for try and cut off the Villa Guard.
The Grenadiers.
They appear to have decided to stand there.
Hartless needs to start pushing these guys up now. Like right here, and just start hammering on the square. That'd be pretty good right about now. More volley fire from the right side here. Heartless right. Looks like the French units are starting to crumble a little here. Yep.
Oh yeah.
There was one Irish Legion. Dragoons are coming back though.
There's a cav unit
Light
and
force,
potentially a musketeer battalion in the middle of the Prussian line might be about to go.
Yep. Leral's directed his General Napoleon here to the right side, or his right side, to just give that morale support here from this infantry push in the center. Sending the Hibernia troops into the house right now to try and liberate it. But I think Hartless just sent his
he sent
life regiment out.
Yeah, an elite unit in.
That was a pretty quick play.
Yeah. Actually, I think he's sending the life regiment back out for some reason. As you can see, they're on. Yeah. They're flashing in and
Both
out.
HQs are in a very interesting location right now. Like across, like 2 houses from each other. Cav running in the back here, the Dragoons force Heartless to square up a little bit here.
Also, Hartless has forgotten about the Bunsker battalion on his left, it would seem. Because it's been standing there for a while.
A little bit of crossfire here. Battalions are shooting into their own men right now.
Friendly fire.
Hartless definitely has an advantage right now.
Yeah.
Look at this, interesting enough. Hartless is squaring. See this? He's squaring all of his infantry on the right side, just to keep the morale up so they don't shatter.
Of course, it does mean that their fleet just gets shot into little bits. But it might be something he's doing because he's trying to micro on his left, so if he squares up the right, then he has to pay less attention to it with regards to cav.
Yep.
Oh, there's a unit in the house, probably about
Especially
to go.
those dragoons that are just disappeared. Go exactly 100% further.
Yeah, they're in the forest.
Infantry charge again. Grenadiers going into the Franco-Italian line
Oh,
here.
it's his left
This is gonna
broke.
definitely hurt. One of them did. One of the battalions did. Grenadier charge goes off. House is being fought for tooth and nail. French are kicked back out of the house again. Cav charge. French cav charge. Or sorry.
No, it's Prussian cav went in the back.
Sicilian cuirassiers into the
Yeah,
French.
because there was a massive cav sort of engagement over in the town, so I'm guessing that the Cuirassiers won and just went round the side.
He moved the
And here comes the
Cuirassiers
general
all the
as
way around.
well. Risky move, this.
Cuirassiers, they're out of the game. It might have been advantageous to push with the Musketeers and then force
Grenadiers
a
have
melee.
also gone.
Grenadiers are now retreating too.
Yeah, you might want to bring the 8th Life Regiment back towards the town. Yeah, he's doing that. And he also needs to unsquare that unit, because whatever morale bonus is probably not worth the lack of firepower it's getting. It's probably going to break anyway.
Yeah.
Yep.
These infantry
Oh,
units
actually, Leral. Look what Leral's done with the South Point. And the
He took
North.
the South Point as well.
Yeah.
South and North, right now Liral's winning.
Actually,
by the old
yeah, he's dismounted his cav and put it in there. Let's see. Dragoons. Yeah, that's actually perfectly fine, because that's the point of Dragoons. Because you can see that they've got I think it's carbines to use.
I think Prussia's losing now.
Oh yeah.
They're about to lose the house in the center.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, for Schonhurst broke the Prussian general. That's probably why.
Well, that's not good. Looks like the tides have turned in favor of the French.
Mm-hmm.
Russians are holding in the center here. Not the town center, but just off to the right there.
Yeah.
They're holding, but for how long?
Yeah.
Might be a good idea for Hartless to, could be a good idea to start Russians up a little bit here and just pressing, because there's not many French units here that are left on the line. Actually, some of them are pretty weak here.
Yeah.
And Prussia has quite a bit left here for their unit.
Oh, we're back to an engagement in the house. Grenadiers against Franco-Italians. Probably a pretty even
I'm
fight.
gonna drag away from that right now. French forces are now moving in on this square formation.
Yeah, that was gonna happen.
Right.
Yeah. A couple of routing French units I can see. One's down in the red. One's routed. Yep, and our one's routed.
Russia lost their left flank.
I mean,
now the center's starting to break apart.
yeah, everyone's just piled into the house. Oh, that's it.
The game ends.
So that's a Leral victory, I believe.
That was a Leral victory, not by annihilation, but definitely I'd say LOC win.
Yeah.
Still a lot of remaining Prussian units that broke yet.
Very, very similar casualties to Finn, like 6.
Yeah, look at that. That's pretty impressive.
I'd say Hartless is probably would have gone on to win that potentially, because if you look at the number of men he deployed. But based on the timer, it is a Leral victory.
Possible, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, Hartless did lose his entire left, so I don't know. Can't really say for sure who would win that, but that's definitely Leral victory.
Yeah.
And
Look at the kills the Jaegers got though. 194. The ones that were just sitting there, I imagine, was them.
yeah, they got a lot of kills. Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. If you like the game, like the mod, Discord, and
Discord will be
games,
linked in the description.
as always.
And links to the rest of the battles will also be there.
If you like the game, like the video, like and subscribe.
Yeah, that's what I say. Like and subscribe.
Okay, have a good day.
Bye.